Some of the biggest YouTubers on the internet have dabbled with D&D, so today we're looking at every single one. And some are, some are really bad, but others genuinely blew my mind with their creativity and skill. So here's the plan. We watch YouTubers D&D shows, we see if I can learn anything to put into my D&D prep for the game I'm running tonight, then chat votes what tier they think the D&D show is in. That way we get to watch YouTube, become better at D&D, and learn which D&D show, by insanely big YouTubers who don't normally make D&D content, is the best on the internet. I am going to be having you guys rank this. I can't rank this legally because I don't want to start beef with Moist Critical. So S is like, this is the best thing ever. A is, it's good. B is average. C is, it's not great. And D is, it's just plain terrible. I don't know if this counts, but Rhett and Link played D&D. The video is called We Hide an Excess Play. It does count. That does count. I'm adding that to the list. Very good. We might as well start with it.
Demon Eraser. We are two middle-aged men who have never played Dungeons & Dragons because we were not allowed to as kids.
So here's how this is going to work. I'm going to skip through these videos looking for interesting bits, maybe find some combat, some roleplay, see how they make this in general, then chats will rank it. This one by Rhett and Link is an interesting one because they hired an exorcist to sit with them while they played D&D and explain to them exorcist things.
Rolling dice, we're fighting, we might be using magic.
And the interesting thing for this Rhett and Link actual play is that they have 4 parts. They're actually playing a game of D&D, but then they cut between documentary footage of them hiring the exorcist, B-roll of them commenting on the game after the fact, and green screen of them acting out what their characters are doing in the game. It's a lot.
Plus 10, 22, that hits.
Right in the nipple!
Does
a demon have nipples?
I would imagine some of them do.
And oh yes, even though they hired an exorcist, he's not actually playing. He's just there for them to ask exorcist and demon related questions to as the game goes on, and they ask him a lot.
In real life, it would open me up.
Oh yeah, that would be bad. That would be bad in real life, for sure. Spirits of murder would come in.
Or upside down on ceilings.
You become Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
What?
That's pretty cool. But
And it leaves your hands free.
I have seen that kind of thing in The Exorcist.
Yeah, actually.
The real question is, where does chat rate this actual play? And the way rating works is that on Twitch, people can click on the screen and it shows up as a percentage bar of how many people clicked there. So you're gonna see bubbles with percentages in them. That's people voting. Okay, C it is. I think C's harsh. I think we're gonna see some much worse, some much worse things. But like I said, we can move it around. So we can go C for now. Yeah, let's do skill check. For anyone who doesn't know, skill check is Moist Criticals. They started not too long ago and they went in strong. They even had like a trailer with Critical Role, but they never really got off the ground. And this is Moist Critical. He gets millions of views every day publishing videos. So it's kind of wild that, like, I guess his audience just was not interested in this, and that's fine. But it got to the point where they gave it a good go for a while, and then they pivoted so hard into Magic the Gathering. Why do you think it tanked down? Oh my god, you really want me to start beef with Moist Critical? Well, here, let me play this for a bit, and then I'll tell you why I think it didn't do very well.
Adventure, rules light, fun focused. I'm Ryan, one of your dungeon masters.
And I'm Drew, the other.
So here's the thing, a lot of these actual plays we are looking at today are well loved, and I don't think there's such a thing as a bad actual play. Bad for the algorithm maybe, but I have watched and genuinely enjoyed all these D&D shows. For me, the worst thing a D&D show can be is unoriginal. If a show is not pushing the envelope and trying to be different in some way, if it's just Critical Role, then I'm not sure why I need to watch it over any other show. And straight off the bat, Skill Check has 2 DMs, which is a cool concept. They usually don't DM at the same time and take it in turns, but it is different. The second worst thing a D&D show can do is have bad production quality. And here I mostly just mean lighting and audio.
Artifacts of power, kind of like Dragon Balls. He ends up on a...
We have a very diverse cast as normal.
He met my mother, a sentient gummy bear.
6 men, 1 woman.
Madly in love, shared a night full of passion.
They have graphics, they have art, right? They've done some stuff. So right off the bat, they obviously have been heavily inspired by Critical Role. They've gone for the Critical Role layout through and through, and they are going down the route of we're just a bunch of people playing D&D, and they're not trying, and they don't really have like music on, or they're going bare bones, which I think some people like. I personally don't. I like a little bit of production quality, especially if you're Moist Critical and you make like over $100,000 every single day. I would like to think that you could put more effort in, but you know, where do you think you would want to throw Moist Critical's D&D show? Immediately D. Immediately D. I personally think Red and Link and Most Critical should be in S tier. Personally, that's what I think. If anyone asks, I think they're phenomenal. But if you guys think D, we can throw it in D. This video is sponsored by Describe, an incredible tool that makes prepping and running TTRPGs faster, easier, and way more immersive. If you need an NPC, a mysterious location, a unique item, or even a terrifying monster, Describe has thousands of professionally written descriptions you can use instantly. It's like grabbing high-quality flavor text straight from a published module, but it's not just text, you also get access to maps, ambient sound, and music to enhance the mood at your table. Whether you're a new DM or a veteran looking to save time, Describe is a one-stop shop for storytelling support. Check out the link below, and thanks again to Describe for sponsoring this video. Smosh's foray into D&D. Now, this is a YouTube series. This is all the episodes put into one, by the way. So the whole thing got 1 million views. I think episode 1 did very well. I think it kind of curved off as it went down. In fact, let's look at the series. Episode 1 got 2 million views. Episode 2 got 871k views. Episode 3 got 780k views. So, I mean, it's not bad at all. How did, like, the finale do? 300k views. So, people fell off as it went. I guess it wouldn't, but, like, those aren't bad numbers, but I think they're bad numbers for what they were hoping for. And they obviously didn't think it was worthwhile doing because it never got a season 2 in this format. It got a season 2, but it was podcast only.
All right. I've been working on this campaign and making it from scratch for a few months now. It's been a huge collaborative effort from the Smosh Games team. So if you're new here, why don't we go around the table and meet all our Smosh Games players for our first campaign?
Or brave to seize back control of their own narratives and rise as legendary heroes to forever etch their names in the annals of history. Now that age has recently passed, with dragons being slain, wars being won, lines being drawn in the sand, and
they've got sound effects, and also I love the table. I think the table's really cool and unique. I have a theory. It's something I'm seeing. We can double check this. I think well-established YouTube channels who do D&D are scared to bring out miniatures. I think they're scared it looks really uncool. Might be right, but where's the battle maps? Where's the cool stuff that I like? And they're scared to do long combat. I've noticed that as well, or like any combat.
what does that look like to you?
Okay, so after I break eye contact with Coda, I see myself. And there's a mirror image of myself, and I have my hammer.
Also, the editing. I mean, look at the VFX. It's mostly a roleplay game, I agree, which isn't a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. I'm going to say, since you guys are 50-50, I'm going to put it up to B. Next up, this is Magic the Noah. He's got 1.3 million subscribers, which is a lot, but this is more for who is in this video.
I made an RPG and got 3 players who were, they were unique. Let me show you. So basically, we got a warlock who is slowly dying.
So Doug.
And we got a centaur who wants
You don't know who that one is.
to be a horse. And last but not least, we
And Pointcrow. These people have millions of subscribers between them.
have a paladin who worships bread. They had a fight against a crazy twist villain. It was none other than, oops, I almost spoiled. Doug, that will take 5 years off of your life.
Okay, cool. I feel more spry already.
So does that make you younger, Doug? So like you're looking a little bit like more youthful?
I teleport away from Pointcrow.
Okay, so you're going to cast Black Hole then.
Yeah.
The coin!
Let's see.
Oh, that's a coin!
I hope the coin
D20 spinner.
doesn't go in the black hole.
18.
Let's go! Huge roll.
I actually love this for actual players because a lot of the criticisms that I see in my own chat is that they don't have dice cameras and you don't see what they're rolling. This is like Box of Doom roll. Where would you guys throw that? Would you even call it D&D? Like, if you don't even think it's D&D, is that a D? I think we're getting a lot of A's, so I'm going to throw it in A. And I think you guys are going to have a similar thought process on, we don't have his image because someone wasn't prepared enough, but just to give you an idea of Doug, who was a player there, ran his own D&D game. Oh, stop clicking on the screen. Stop it. Stop. No one voted earlier, and now you're clicking everywhere. You guys are menaces. You're menaces. So this is Doug, who is just in there, and this is his version of D&D.
Today, we're going to find out if Twitch chat can survive in my deranged Dungeons & Dragons campaign about an evil magic Walmart. Here is how this actually works. I built an app that lets 3 random Twitch viewers talk in the bottom of the screen, and they'll play as 3...
Also, I think this app is available. So if I can get it and get it to work, we should play this version of D&D.
Different characters in my campaign, including the beefy barbarian, the wisecracking bard, and the brilliant wizard. On each turn, these chatters can decide to do whatever the hell they want, and I'll use this die to determine the success of their actions. And the characters only have 3 total health, so if chat doesn't play this well, they will permanently die, and their character is out of the campaign. And as a disclaimer, this is a heavily simplified version of Dungeons & Dragons to make things very simple to...
Heavily simplified, okay? Let's bear that in mind. I'm gonna move my screen around a little bit. I'm just gonna grab myself here, and I'm just gonna move myself over here, and I'm just gonna pretend that that's my chat there, just to see what it feels like.
Brain could kind of talk at once, but now it's almost as though like a single brain cell has complete control of your brain for like 2 turns or so. It's very strange.
Like Dug's like here, probably trying to catch a glimpse of chat as it goes by, but then all he sees is go to Del Taco, and what the hell is that? And Pig Dwarf, and sex him.
It slams into his chest. The mannequin falls over. Its cold plastic eyeballs fading to red, and the corpse drifts off and falls into the abyss.
What are we thinking? Is this the same level as our current A tier? No one clicking on Twitch. I just know when it goes to my face, you're going to click on my head. I just know you will. Yeah. There you go. Now do that on a tier, please. Oh, you're saying D? Okay. Mostly D. You guys are clicking on my head still, which is cute. It's cute. It's not helpful, but it's cute. All right, it's going in D. Oh, we don't have an image for Dug. So we're just, remember he's in D. Next up, and we'll speed through this because I have D&D very, very soon, and I don't think I'll have time to prep now. Let's go Ludwig.
Okay. I think you want to like go, well, okay, I maybe like an antidote or something.
Let's get you a ginger root beer. Let's get you what you need, my goat.
Is my skin sour?
Off in the distance, you all hear, York? God, is that it?
And it's Dave B. Walters, which is the first, like, actual DM in most of these that I recognize as a DM, which is smart, which I think is a smart thing to do, and I'm surprised more people haven't done that.
Yeah. It got like an Oedipus kind of...
But where did that come from? You got to wonder. It came from his mother.
It's the divine.
George's mother has a beautiful rat. It's the first thing you notice when you see it.
Oh my, I mean, it's a corset. I mean, it's
rude. It's just front and center.
I understand that we're only spending a little bit of time with this, just a minute or two, but just on first impressions, most people are thinking B, with some people saying A. There's no way. I know I've said that I'm not, this is on you guys, but I have to say, there's no way that is better than Sword AF, the Smosh one. I think they're both good, but, well, now we're mostly going C. C or D. Maybe if I see more, I'd say different. Okay. So I think C is a good place to start. Oh, real quick. I was supposed to be prepping my next session, which is happening this very night on this stream, and I kind of forgot about it altogether, so I apologize. As comeuppance, here's the most embarrassing part of this stream. I want to look at the 5 horniest magic items in favor. I just think it's such a great article title. Horn of Blasting is the first one, and I feel like this is more of a joke article than I originally thought. I thought this was actually going to look at horny items. Oh, I see what they did. It's a horn. It's horny. This is clickbait. I've been baited. Horn of Silent Alarm. This is Horn of now. Get out of here. I got guys. I've been punned. It got me all the way to the end. I'm in another article now. This site knows what it's doing. Okay, well, that's enough about that. Let's get back to ranking these YouTubers. All right, next up, let's do Viva Dirt League. We won't spend much time on this because I feel like a lot of you guys are aware of this as a show.
Hey there, Thorn man. How you doing?
I don't know how I can help.
Could you give me that stuff because I broke my other one?
Oh, I know we need to do this, but how are we going to do this? Like, what's the plan? You know, go! There we go.
And instantly, the production value of this is off the charts. It's so high, from the sounds to the lighting to the B-roll that they're going out and filming in green screen. Look, they have minis and combat.
I should save the giant potion now.
Yes, definitely.
I'm going to imbue it with...
They have diversity, like 5 white men. Like, you just don't see that nowadays. 100% S tier, 80% S tier. 60, 50. Oh, it's kind of between S and B. But I think mostly S is getting the hits. And I'm seeing a lot of S in chat. We've got a real variety here of tiers, which is nice to see. Okay, next up, keep things moving. Have you guys seen this Corridor Digital D&D game? Which, by the way, is called We Made the Best D&D Show on the Internet. Here it is. Which is a very brave thing to say. Very brave, confident thing to say.
For years, we have loved playing Dungeons & Dragons because of its unique and collaborative storytelling experience. Together, we have brought to life characters and moments that will last us a lifetime. So for Son of a Dungeon, we want to bring that life to you too.
This is well worth watching, by the way. This is well worth watching how they did this. I will jump forwards to when the game starts, though. But for anyone who doesn't know, Corridor Digital are VFX people. They love 3D animation, visual effects, and they love pushing the whole... They're artists, and they're very, very good.
We know it. And so you have arrived. The sun is setting, and your story is about to begin.
Welcome to the first episode of Son of a Dungeon. We've been really excited in putting this show together, and we're finally here today to do it.
Well, gentlemen, here we are. Marcella.
Yes. Yes.
Thank you for calling this meeting. I have heard...
They've made their own little 3D VTT. This is what I would think they really wanted Sigil to be.
From not only my family, but also from others in town, that there is a very...
Then they put themselves in there, like Viva La Dirt League.
Serious problem.
Well, we all know that the big game is tomorrow evening, correct? And, well, we have a bit of an issue happening inside here. We all know Gorgeous Greg, of course. He's the star player of what Shire's sports team. And
they've got physical minis and terrain. They've got, like, when we were watching the Rhett and Link one earlier, and it was like they have the Exorcist side story, and they have the B-roll of the interview of the D&D game, and then they have the BB roll or the C roll of them on green screen doing things. This is kind of the same thing. It's got layers upon layers of just insanity, which is like a full 3D map that they've built out and animation on there. They've got actual minis. They've got them talking at the table, and they've got them acting stuff out on green screen. It's crazy.
this guy sees Jake right there standing on the edge, and he's going to jump and try and land on you to push you over. So
I will check out Chuckle Sandwich's D&D episode. I did not realize they did one. Thank you, Ozzy.
He jumps. You're rolling dex against the strength check.
Right.
Strength roll to knock you down into the pit. Oh, geez, this is a good dice, dude. I got a 20.
All right. At this point, we have a pretty good litmus test of watching all these. Where do you guys think Corridor Digital, what we just watched, would fall on here? You can click on the screen if you want to, or just let me know in chat what tier you think Corridor Digital would fall under. This is kind of stuff you like. This is amazing, incredible production quality. I'm vibing with the cast. They've got maps and minis, physical and digital, definitely an S. Yep, 100% on S tier. I mean, I think if you're putting Viva La Dirt League up in S, I think it's like very similar in quality. I think it's very similar in vibes. So I think I personally agree. Yeah, mostly yes tier. Let's check out Chuckle Sandwich real quick then.
Welcome, guffaws and chortlers, to a very, very different episode of Chuckle Sandwich. Today, I'm your host and Dungeon Master, Sandwich Maker, Charlie Slimesicle, here today with my players.
Hi, I'm Ted Nivison.
Who are you?
I'm Schlett.
Now, I personally am a fan of all these guys. I'm a fan of Chuckle Sandwich, but they've gone bare bones. They've gone bare bones with the D&D, which is fair.
I'm in fucking mustache and chef hat.
Sometimes you just want a small table and 3 friends with paper character sheets in front of them to play some D&D.
Cool little guy. You got the great thing and everything. You're so really cool.
He's on a roll.
Good boy. We love you.
Okay, that's good. And as you do all that shit, he manages to rise all the way up, bubbles up, and leaves you guys right. You got about 5 feet until the door, but you could climb up into it.
All right. Can Mayo, you want to jump and get into the climb up? Can we do that?
Here's what I do. I activate the afterburner. The jet afterburner that's on my back.
Okay, what ability is that?
This is just a part of me. I don't know what ability.
Now, I like this. This is probably a great example of a rare example of an online D&D session where a DM has to handle a problem player who is not a major problem, but they're new to the game and is trying to get away with stuff.
It's just I just had one.
Yeah.
Okay, you can jump.
I'll jump.
Okay, I don't have a little picture for these guys. So you guys can type in chat where you think they should go. Let's move on to what I do have a picture of, which is tied to these guys, in fact. Very tied to this because the same DM is Jaden's first time playing. So Jaden is Jaden Animates, and this is her VOD channel. This was live streamed. It's got Alpha Rad, and is that Ranbo in there? I'm not like down with the kids, especially for streamers.
Ptolemy is a tabaxi, otherwise known as essentially a cat person for description's sake. They have black and white fur with a nice like little like leather chest piece with just a it almost looks like a long sleeve shirt underneath.
Stop clicking on the screen. How long has that been up for? God damn it. Jaden Animates turned this into an animated video. So I'm gonna play this and give you an idea of what the original is like.
Cool. They have about 4 drums on them on their right side, and then a bagpipe on the left.
So that's what it feels like live. And this is what Jaden Animations turned it into.
Dungeons and Dragons.
I would say that this is one of the most D&D, one of the most viewed D&D videos ever made. 10 million views.
Dungeons and Dragons is like a board game without the board, and you play using your imagination. If you think of something, it can just happen in game.
All right, this whole video is about her introduction to D&D, but then also the game itself. She animates it, like the best bits. She animates and narrates it.
Feeling.
In order to continue, create whatever you want.
Not wanting to deal with more riddles, Zoot throws a dagger into the door's eye.
And now the reason why I'm kind of showing you that is, and I find it interesting, is because I think there's a world where we can still tell our D&D stories, but it doesn't have to be live or broadcast. It can be in this kind of format where we're narrating it and telling a story and kind of fixing it. It's kind of like Vox Machina, the TV series, being based on the actual play. That being said, we do need to rank it based on the original vibe. I saw some people say B. Would you guys still agree with that? You can click now on the screen. Please don't click on my face. The animation makes it way better. The animation, it got a voiceover, it got music, it got everything. But it was still D&D. I said, please don't click on my face. I'm getting a lot of Bs. So let's go with B. Solid. What I'm finding is most D&D shows are mid. Which tracks? Next up, we've only got 2 left. Now we're going back into the world of streaming and just general, I guess, personalities playing D&D who might not have that much experience playing it. Let's go with...
Hey, what's up, guys? I'm proud to present our new series, Offline Odyssey. This is our brand new D&D series. I'm very happy to be here.
Once again, I think there's a production quality issue with the sound, but also this, I think it takes a lot to make a D&D actual play studio that works. You have to pick up 7 different voices and have cameras that pick up 7 different people, and it's not easy, and people spend a lot of money developing that. And if you're just doing if you're dipping your toes in and trying it out, maybe not, maybe we don't judge it too harshly.
Same.
Oh, I think this has a fun intro though, a legitimate we should do another version of this where we just look at campaign intros.
A singular light, a whisper of life calls to you.
It's an anime opening. I just realized I'm going to get... No, I can't play... Oh, my... I've been playing music this whole time. I'm going to get copyrighted for that. Let's look at it without sound. Doesn't quite have the same effect. Let me play my own music over it. But it's like pixel art. I think it's so cute and so cool. Also, carpet your damn walls. Are you talking to me or talking to Pokemon? Anime opening S-tier game doesn't matter at this point. I think it's class. And suits the music I'm playing over it. Yeah, it's crazy that so much effort's been put into this. And then we can skip forwards to just this.
Okay. All right, Lily.
I am a high elf named Viviana. I'm 101 years old. I live up till 750, so I just reached adulthood.
Sound's not great.
Well, I'm Viviana. Where are you all from?
But you know, the vibe I'm getting is like this their first time playing D&D and they genuinely are just having fun with it. They're all a little bit awkward. They don't like role playing. They don't want to do voices. They don't know what's going to come out of their mouth. I like low-key enjoy that. That's one of the most like authentic just bits of D&D I've ever seen in my life.
Try not to laugh too hard.
But just based on vibes alone, and you can click on the screen now if you're on Twitch, where would you throw this one, offline TV? It's kind of a bad actual play, but I like the home game feeling and having it much B tier. Wow. You guys are wild. You guys are wild. You're saying B, the top map is getting C's. C? Mostly C, I think. Yeah, I think C is going to win. Got a D in there, got a B in there. Mostly C. Corridor's in S tier. Yes, Corridor and Viva La Dirt League were the favorite. And what I'm finding is that, like, you guys kind of like it when things are... It's either, like, perfect high production value or, like, the crappiest production you've ever seen, but they're having fun with it. Those are the two options. Like anything in between, not great. Iron Mouse. Now, this is a stream for charity, so please bear that in mind. And we can skip forwards. And it's got Matthew Mercer in it, which is nice.
Swim. It is a part of who we are. It's something we cannot help but do. When people
also, I remember watching this live and thinking, oh my God, the audio is terrible. I think the DM was having internet issues because the whole time he was like glitching in and out, which is shit.
Together to celebrate, to enjoy life.
There's an echo as well.
Our stories with each other, the world itself changes. And by the light of the golden bough, the greatest stories are told.
And this is the most show thing ever. It's for charity. It's a big show. They've got some big names in it, and they're constantly interacting with chat, and they're trying to drum up money for charity. So it's kind of a different vibe, and it's a pity about the tech issues, but I don't think that should shine too badly on it.
Could have by bidding against others. Well, there's an auction.
You see, things have been odd this past century, but that's neither here nor there. We, however, have come under the thumb of a particular issue.
You're just saying S tier because of Matthew Mercer. I mean, fair. For anyone who doesn't know as well, who's not down with the kids like myself, I'm kind of a young hip guy in my mid-30s. Iron Mouse, who is hosting this stream, is a huge streamer. Like we're talking insanely big. And Connor, who is the far right here, is also insanely big streamer and YouTuber. And yes, it is the first one we've seen using a 2D VTT. And the other issue, whether you like it or hate it, they had things, I believe, where if they raised enough money, different effects would happen. Like the DM would have a voice change it to have a really squeaky voice, which is what's happening here.
All you have to do is click on it. For anyone who's not doing that, just roll and tell me your result, and we will go from there.
They were very smart getting Matthew Mercer in on this. They were very, very smart getting Matthew Mercer in on this. All right, that's enough. That's enough. Where do we think this could go? You can now click on the screen. Lots of S's for Iron Mouse. Okay. So what I'm learning is if you want to make a really good actual play, you get Matthew Mercer.